You're even wetter.
Okay, tonight we are at iFly indoor skydiving tunnel. The kids have been asking me for years to come to the tunnel. I used to be a skydiver and they've been begging me, so here we are. And
here we're going to fly.
Caught me on the toilet, or the heads as they call it on the boat. This has to really work, because when you're under passage you do get knocked about a bit. Someone, or the previous owners, have put this very beautiful mirror here, but it's got these two knobs on it that always injure me under passage, particularly in rough sea. I always bash my head on this what looks like maybe slightly structurally, anyway, it's the top of the door, and I bash my head on there. Where I've done the carpet in the galley, I think I might continue the carpet round through this ceiling, and that's going to take a few of the bruises away, and I might carpet down to here. Yes, get rid of that. Carpet down at the back, remove this fold out sink, because you've got this ridiculous hose that you have to pop into the toilet head if you want to use the sink. I'll show it to you if I can get it out. I mean, it's a great idea, but in practice, when you're living on a boat or on a voyage, you haven't really got time to muck about with that. So let's get rid of all of that and put a nice piece of oak maybe in the back, simplify it all a bit, maybe move the pump, but we'll see. In the future we're going to have a electric head in here, I'm sure. We need to move the toilet forward anyway to be able to get the holding tank in the back. So let's go around and bash some stuff around a bit and see what happens. as with any boat job, how you start doesn't mean that's how you're going to continue. So I'm going to replace these hoses. The chandelier is just there, and I'm sure that waste pipe is not going to break the bank. So we're going to replace the pipe. I'm going to move the head forward anyway, so we're going to undo those bolts, get rid of the... So put a new flush pipe in and a new waste pipe. That's going to give us a bit more space back there. I'm still wondering whether to put the pump on the hole, because it's going to be much easier to flush that way. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, slight problem. It looks like our valve for the head, for the waste, isn't shutting off, because we've still got water coming through, and it's clean fresh water, so I imagine there's something wrong with the valve. I'll just try it a couple of times. That's on and that's off. That seems to be better. I'll do that a couple of times just to see if the valve is a bit faulty or sticky. Let's get the other hose ready so that if we pull this one off and there's still water coming out, we can just slot the new hose on top.
came in here just to mock up where the holding tank will go. I'll have to build that tank out of fiberglass, I think, to get the best out of the space. I'm just going to mock that up, and I think probably before we get the electric toilet, if we put the pump on there, right or left, because the toilet's going to come forward. I'll mock all that up and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, well that's all done now, and it's a vacuum toilet. So what happens is the seat sits firmly on the bowl, and as you pump it creates a vacuum, so it pulls in the fresh water and puts out the wastewater. Definitely working. I'll just show you that it's performing as it should. There it goes. Okay, so pros and cons for getting rid of this boat and getting that 49-foot pirate ship.
This is what I got.
Okay, can you explain it to us?
It's very big are the pros, and
Yeah.
we all have our own room, and it's very cool.
Yeah, there's the cool
But
factor,
the
yeah.
cons are it's a lot of work to get it in shape,
Yeah,
and it's more money.
yeah.
My pros are we could do swing from the boom.
Yeah,
We'd have much more space.
yeah.
We could have a washing machine. We could play when it's rainy. And it looks cool, and it's less for insurance.
The insurance is less, actually, bizarrely.
And then cons, it's harder to park.
Yeah.
The engine doesn't start, and the mast looks very unstable,
Yeah.
and it's very dirty.
Yes. Okay. Well, thinking about what both of you said there, the dirty thing isn't really a problem because we're good cleaners and we're neat and tidy, aren't we? But I do like the washing machine idea. That's also on my list. So what I've got is as a pro, space. The biggest pro is definitely the space. The biggest con is the cost. And then if you work out how space is going to save you money, for example, even if we only do one wash at the laundry at the marina, we spend over £500 a year on washing clothes. So if we had a washing machine on the boat, it would mean we would be saving at least 480 of that. We could apportion £20 for electricity for the washers. The other thing about space is, as a pro, is we've got space for like our music, keyboard, drums, all of our shakers and triangles and all the rest of it.
That stuff.
So we could have a music corner because the boat's that big.
Yeah.
Another pro I've got is adventures, because with a big boat like that, with a ship, we can go and anchor somewhere,
Yeah.
and we have got enough provisions on board to stay there for a week. Solar panels will keep the batteries going and all the rest of it, and there's plenty of space to run around. Another pro is it would be our forever boat. So whatever we're doing to the boat, Jude, whatever we're doing to the boat is improving it for the future, for us, rather than doing it up to sell.
Honestly, I think we should get it.
Yeah, well, hang on a minute. And then there's the YouTube factor.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, we had 180 views on episode 5 and 2,700 views on episode 6, just mentioning a pirate ship, not the fact that we would be restoring it. So that would be, do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So the cons are it's an extra £200 per month to park it here.
but if we're saving £480, then
I know, so it's an extra £1,000 a year plus £1,200 a year extra in mooring fees. Also, when we lift the boat out to clean the bottom and all the rest of it, that is £1,000 to lift it in and out.
I mean, we could
out
just go
and in.
we could just go to the place where all the tide goes away.
We can't. It's not that kind of keel. So it's a
Oh.
long keel on the bottom. So if you park it on the beach, it's going to go, and all the stuff will fall off the shelves. So when every 2 years, we're going to have £1,000, so £500 a year saved, because there's also the cost of cleaning the bottom and repainting it with the anti-foul. And the last con is constant repair, because it's a wooden boat. So every weekend we would all have repair jobs to do. So you might be sanding, you might be sealing, putting oil on the wood, or a bit of painting or something like that. But I mean, for me, there's an extra £200 a month and still cheaper than us moving into a flat or a house.
Yeah.
Almost like, 40% less cost, including the amount of money that we'd have to spend on the boat. William, take those off for a second.
We should get it.
We're just talking about getting a bigger boat and having lots of space for running around,
Do you want
and
a bigger
space
boat?
to pop that on pause. Space to play. You'd be able to have. We could have like a whole corner that's just games. You know, all of the we have to
Can
go
I have a
into
gaming
the-
setup? But how can we?
Not gaming, games, physical toys to play with.
Oh.
Goodness me.
And Daddy, how would we cook our dinner?
How would we what?
How would we cook our dinner?
How would we what?
Cook our dinner.
Oh, it's got a big kitchen.
How big's the kitchen? Like as big as this kitchen?
The kitchen's as big as this whole saloon.
Daddy, is the
saloon
kitchen
is
massive?
This area.
Daddy, is the
No,
kitchen
how big's
massive?
the saloon?
The saloon as
Daddy.
big as the boat.
Daddy, is the kitchen like at this size?
The kitchen is the same size as this whole room. So here we've got a bed and a kitchen and a fridge and this and the pots and pans. And we live and socialise in this area. But on that boat, this whole space would be the kitchen, and there would be a separate place for lounging around.
And a sofa.
Good. Well, hands in favour of getting the boat. Hands in favour.